I am 73 years old, and if I could go back and scream one thing at my 5-year-old self, it would be this: you are being scammed. Your parents, your professors, and every successful person you look up to, they've all sold you a dream that is actually a trap. They told you that stability is the ultimate prize. They told you that if you build a career, buy a house, and stay out of trouble, you've made it. But standing here today, looking at an empty chair across the dinner table, I realize that stability is often just a fancy word for a slow, comfortable death of the soul. I spent 41 years building a life that looked perfect on the outside, but was hollow on the inside. I thought I was winning the game, but I was playing by the wrong rules. Before your time evaporates like mine did, you need to understand the weight of the words my wife told me in her final hour. This isn't a story about success. It's a warning about the cost of being comfortable. My wife, Pia, was my partner for 41 years. We were the couple everyone envied. We didn't argue, we had a beautiful home, and we raised our children. I thought I was a great husband because I provided everything money could buy. But 6 years ago, cancer didn't ask for permission. It took her from a healthy woman to a hospice bed in 120 days. On her final night, when her voice was barely a whisper, she pulled me close and said, "Peter, we spent 4 decades being correct, but we forgot to be connected." I didn't understand it then. I was hurt. I thought, didn't I give you everything? But as I sat in the silence after she passed, I realized the truth. I was physically in the house for 41 years, but my heart was always at the office, or on my phone, or in the next big project. I gave her a house, but I never gave her me. We were 2 strangers sharing a mortgage. And that is a pained regret that no amount of success can ever wash away. The first lie they told you is that you can buy back your health later. I spent my 30s and 40s treating my body like a blown rental car. I survived on stress, 4 hours of sleep, and the pride of being the hardest worker in the room. Listen to me, your company will replace you in a week. Your family will mourn you forever, but your body is the only house you actually live in. I thought I was sacrificing for my wife and kids, but what good am I to them now? I have the money to take Mariam to the Maldives today, but she isn't here, and my lungs wouldn't let me dive even if she were. You aren't grinding for the future. You are stealing from it. Every hour of sleep you skip today is a day of mobility you won't have at 70. Stop treating your health like a secondary goal. It is the only goal. Without it, your empire is just a very expensive hospital room. The second pillar is presence. Not just being there, but being present. I remember Mariam asking me to go for a simple walk in the park. I'd say, "I'm tired, let's do it Saturday." Saturday would come and I'd have a crisis at work. I thought those little walks didn't matter. I thought only the big trips mattered. I was wrong. Love isn't found in the expensive vacations. It's found in the breakfast conversations you actually listen to. It's found in the curiosity you show for your partner's dreams. I stopped being curious about Mariam because I knew her, or so I thought. After she died, I found her journals. She had dreams of writing poetry, dreams of visiting the old villages in Europe, things she mentioned to me 100 times, but I was too busy to truly hear. Stop. Right now, I want you to look at the person you claim to love. When was the last time you asked them a question about their soul, not their schedule? When was the last time you put your phone in another room and just looked at them with gratitude? Pause this video. Go to them. Tell them, "I am here and I am listening." Because one day you will be talking to a headstone and the silence will be the loudest thing you've ever heard. The third pillar is your purpose. We are taught to bury our passions in the name of security. I wanted to be a woodworker. I loved the smell of cedar, the feel of the grain, but I chose a corporate desk because it was sensible. I told myself, I'll do woodworking when I retire. Well, I'm retired now. My hands shake. My eyes are dim. The perfect time I was waiting for never came. It's a ghost. Do not wait for permission to be who you are. If you want to paint, paint. If you want to travel, travel. Do not give 50 years of your life to a job that wouldn't even send flowers to your funeral, just to maybe enjoy 5 years of hobby time at the end. Mariam wanted us to learn a new language together. I said it was impractical. Now, I realize that impractical things are the only things that actually make life worth living. People tell me, Peter, you were a good husband. You stayed. You provided. That is a lie. I was an adequate husband. I met the bare minimum. I didn't leave, but I didn't stay engaged. I didn't cheat, but I didn't cherish. We have lowered the bar so much that we think not being bad is the same as being great. Don't settle for an adequate life. Don't settle for a solid marriage that has no fire. My wife's last words weren't a complaint, they were a heartbreak. She wasn't angry that we didn't have more money. She was sad that we didn't have more us. I live with the ghost of Scotland, the trip we never took. I live with the ghost of the pottery classes I said were boring. These small no's added up to a lifetime of missed connection. Don't let your life be a collection of no's until the yes doesn't matter anymore. I am 73. I cannot change my 41 years. But you can change your next 41 minutes. Your wife, your husband, your parents, they are still breathing. The sun is still up. You still have the most valuable currency in the universe, time. But it is a depleting asset. Every second I've been talking, you've lost a piece of it. Stop being right. Start being close. Stop waiting for someday. Because someday is where regrets go to live. If this message reached your heart, share it with one person who is working too hard and living too little. Comment below, what is the one thing you are going to do differently tonight? Subscribe, because I have more truths to share, and my clock is ticking faster than yours. Live intentionally, live now, because tomorrow is promised to no one.